All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show this Wednesday, February 20th. Hope everyone is having a good morning and hope everyone had an amazing day yesterday.
Morning, Carlos.
Hey, Norm, how you doing? Good morning.
I'm great. Yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Um, Setting up my mic here. Perfect. All right, how do you guys hear both Norm and I this morning? Just want to make sure everything's working as it should. Good morning to all those viewers on YouTube as well. All right, excellent, guys. So it looks like we have a small gappers list this morning. Usually this has been a lot bigger than this, but it looks like we're going to start with a small gappers list today. So let's see what's in play. Let's see if anything else pops up later on today. And we'll also look at some of our suspects from yesterday. I think we had some pretty good stocks that moved pretty well yesterday. Unit, CTL had a nice move, JD as well. So we'll go through those also. Norm, on your side, anything that moved really good that you traded yesterday?
I was in EA and NVIDIA. It was okay. NVIDIA, I got in near the top around 160, and then I held it till about 3 minutes to the close, and it just fell off all day. Sometimes it's referred to in our room as an RFD or Ric Flair drip,
Yes.
and that's what happened there.
Yes, it sure did. Yeah. Also, the markets were selling off a bit, right? Actually, they were selling up. It started selling up in the early afternoon, I think it was, and then they dropped off. Let's look at the market, see how they're looking this morning. But yeah, here's what I'm talking about. So again, just pretty strong the whole day, but then here it just took off, right? Took off and then just started hitting this level here. Then it dropped off again. But pretty strong day for the SPY yesterday. That's what it looks like here. Let's see what it's doing today. So again, just still within this range, not really selling off. You have some days that has done some pullback here, but not really looking to head downwards anytime soon. It looks like it's just kind of slowly crawling its way up, which in most cases this is what a healthy market looks like. This is not normal, obviously, right? This here is not a normal market situation. Great for us day traders, a lot of volatility. You know, this creates a lot of great movement for us. Even stocks that have no news in this type of market condition, you're going to find some great moves. So this looks more like a normal market activity, right, Norm? I mean, this is what it happens most of the time. And then this is what causes small gappers list unless it's any type of earnings. I know we're at the end of our earnings, right? I think the schedule is kind of winding up soon.
Yeah, we're probably 80+% through it. So
yeah. So let's check out here. Let's see what we have. So again, the market's just kind of going sideways. Nothing much happening. Opening up pretty flat today. Only down a bit, but not a significant bunch here. Then let's get let's go with what we did yesterday. So here's my watch list from yesterday. Here's what we had in our watch list that we built together. Now, let's start with Walmart. So going back to Walmart again had a good pre-market action. Again, it has some volume here, it has some great earnings, things like that. So they gapped up nicely, but at the open they really did not do anything exciting, anything good worth trading, unless you got in for a quick scalp. And again, when we say scalp is not a bad strategy if you know how to do it well, how to manage your risk. Scalping is a strategy if you know how to do it, correctly. So if you were to scalp this here, very very fast and quick movements, a lot of volume right at the open. But then it goes into this range, just wrapping around VWAP and not really giving you much opportunities. Here, it tends to have, some kind of resistance at a certain level here, and then it finally drops off here. You can see it had a huge drop all the way back to the low of the day yesterday. So that was nice if you were able to catch that. CGC, huge volume, a weird candle right at the open. Again, this is tough to trade because you don't know what's going to take place here. Let's zoom into the 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart looks a lot cleaner, but again, this 5 minute chart was just all over the place. Eventually, it does give you some good opportunities. Double bottom here, very clean double bottom, right? We teach this in our classes. Then it takes off all the way to this high here, so that was nice as well. Then you get another double top here, and then you can take it towards the short side. So they provide some ranges, but I did not trade on that one yesterday. Unit was definitely tradable. Plenty of opportunities here, very clean entries. At first, we talked about in our pre-market show, it was down about 50%, right? And then here you had this gap. We were expecting that it was going to bounce from VWAP because we see this quite often and then drop back down just because how weak it was, right? The stock was very weak. but then it didn't. It provided a good opening range breakup right here. A lot of members got into this opening range breakup, took it on the 5-minute mark, and then popped up, taking the shares off on the way up. And then it gives you another opportunity, guys, right here. Very clean A, B, C, D pattern right here. I mean, it doesn't get cleaner than that, right? Textbook. Comes down. Here's where I got in this area here, and then we cracked the high of the day and made it to these levels up here. So very clean ABCD pattern. A nice double top here, although this stock was very strong, so it was hard to take it for a short here. This was not an easy trade to take, because when something is so strong like this and it's already been beat up 50%, it's hard to take it for a long here. So again, and then it sold off. It sold off at the end. I took it for a short when it lost VWAP. Took it for a short here, and then it sold off pretty nice. I didn't expect it was going to sell off that much, but I did have this level 1154, and we took advantage of that as well. JD, I got into JD as well. I'm not sure if you traded JD also, but I got into JD. I wasn't patient enough, and then I took everything out once it started stalling at around 24.16, and then it did the move we were looking for. It did a really nice clean move there. So again, opening range breakup here on the 5-minute mark. You can also wait for this consolidation, and then got in here for the next pop. And then the last one on our watch list was CTL. CTL very choppy at the open, didn't really do much. It kind of, and again, doesn't move much, this stock. You know, you have to take a lot of shares, and it just didn't provide that. You have a nice double bottom in the 1-minute chart. I prefer my double bottoms and double top on the 5-minute, but it did give you an opportunity here. Obviously, did not want to sell off this level. You could have taken it long here on the way up to VWAP and taken advantage of this move here. All right, guys, so that's our list for today. No, was there anything else on your end that you saw that was good that you might want to talk about?
No, it was really quiet yesterday. Midday there was very little to trade other than just sitting on that one position I had. So
yeah,
hopefully it's a little bit. There's a little bit more to watch today.
Yeah, I did notice that midday everything just seemed to just start going sideways. There was not a lot of action happening until later in the afternoon. All right, guys, so let's get rid of these. I think unit is going to be interesting today just because of the big day you had yesterday, gapping down 50%. So I'm interested to see what that does. But let's go over, as usual, guys, let's go over our gappers list over here. We'll go over our NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainers, and then we'll feel some of the stocks you guys are watching on your end. So let's start over with AU. So I looked at AU earlier, and I did not see any news on it. There was no news on AU that I found on why this thing is gapping up today. So let's get our charts here. Had another big day.
They released earnings yesterday morning, I believe. So I'm kind of surprised it's running like it is. It's a gold miner, so I haven't looked at what gold's doing this morning yet, but that's probably playing a role in it.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah, because I'm seeing it here now too. Big day yesterday also. Huge gain here, and today still has some momentum, looks like. Let's look at the all right, so this chart looks good. You can see it has some volume here. 208 is gapping up 4%, so that looks okay. Not as clean on the 1-minute chart, but the 5-minute chart looks good, and it is early, guys, so this has some potential here. But again, very strong. We'll definitely be in play today. We'll find some levels on here and see how this trades this morning. Next we have BHC.
The one other thing to note on AU is it's a South African company as well. So.
It is, right? Okay, good. This makes sense here with the daily chart also, because the daily chart doesn't look great neither. So that makes sense. BHC, don't like the daily chart so far, but looks like on BHC we're kind of within this range here. Why is this in the gappers today? Is up 2.5, 186,000 shares traded so far. Not a great pre-market action. Not great. It could start getting better if it starts creating some kind of pattern here, but at the moment it's just very choppy. This is very choppy action. You have this huge candle here with a lot of volume, so that doesn't help us much. But let's see. We have some time. It's early. Let's see if that turns into something better. Any news on BHC, Norm?
They released earnings this morning, and the other thing to note is it's a NYSE stock. So like you're saying, there's very little action now, but that's something I'll keep on my list to watch at the open just in case, kind of my secondary list. Because NYSE stocks, a lot of time, it'll be dead pre-market, and then it'll flow in at the open. So
yeah, that's a great point. Great point. CVS. All right, so CVS, I know this one they missed sales, right? And I think they have a bad guidance as well. So they're down quite a bit, down 8.5, 2 million shares traded so far. So this is definitely going to be in play. Look at this huge drop here. We got some levels, looks like, from before. I'm going to remove these. We'll find some fresh ones when we get to it. But daily chart looks good. Nice big drop here. Look at the pre-market action, right? So this looks good. Tons of volume here. The volume has not died down. Again, you had this huge drop, and then it's still people are already selling off on this thing here. So this will be in play today. Tons of volume on it. It'll be interesting too. Look at this daily chart. It's a great daily chart. See how it has a flow to it. Unlike the other chart we just saw on BHC, I'm sorry, AU, which is a foreign stock. Look at the difference between this daily candles and this CVS candle. See how much cleaner this looks. This is how you can find cleaner levels. This one here is it's not as clean, and it doesn't look too great to find levels on. But it should be interesting today, which how strong they are. All right, so CVS is good. Let's go over to our NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainer, see what we have here. OSPN, not much going on there, no volume. KNDI, oh, KNDI is interesting. What's the float on this? 37, so not too much low float, but it is a low float. 37 million float, million shares here. And it is definitely moving today, up 25%, 108,000 shares traded. So not a lot of volume, but it's just started moving. So it's just starting to get its engine going here. Let's look at the daily chart. Daily chart doesn't look bad. This looks good for a low flow, actually. And that's really not a low flow. It's a lower flow, but it's not a low flow. Like, it's not like a 10 or an 8 or a 9, which is, you know, you got to be extremely careful with. This could be somewhat tradable, but you still have to watch your size and you know, mind your risk on this. All right, so this looks good. This looks interesting. Let's throw it down here. KNDI. Oops. All right, next we have WORX. Not much happening here. No volume. No, it has volume, but not a good pre-market action, guys. This doesn't look good at all. If this gets better, we can go back into it, but right now it doesn't look great. For the open. CLSD has volume, but not a good pre-market action. Also under $5. I don't like to trade anything under $5. And also something else to note. Look, a lot of the volume just sitting on some of these candles here, so you got to be careful not to get dumped on something like this. BTNR, no volume. DBVT, no volume. Garmin, I know Garmin reported earnings. They had a big day. Yeah, so they're up 7.8. Here, I'm not sure whether or not on our gappers list. But yeah, they had a huge day, up 7.8. Not much volume yet, but let's throw it on here just in case that gets better. That's a big pop there. Trying to figure out why this is not in our...
Doesn't have the volume quite yet, but it will. It's only 84,000 shares.
Yeah,
It'll
there we
hit
go.
Probably in 10 minutes.
Yeah, gotcha. That's what it is. Yeah, that's right. Our gappers list is 200 plus on volume, but this looks has a good daily chart, gapping up pretty nice here. Some positive news. Next we have that's it for the NASDAQ gainers. Let's look at NASDAQ active. NXTM has the volume, but look at this pre-market action. It's just nothing happening here. Kind of looks like a buyout. Again, 1.9 million shares traded, but all looks like it's all sitting on block trades, so not tradable. ABIO is again a stock under a buck. I'm just not gonna mess around with this. IPCI, again 37 cents, not touching that. CLSD, nothing happening here. Not a good pre-market action. You have some volume here, but nothing good happening. ACET, 30-cent stock. I'm not trading that. Tesla is on here. Tesla's got some volume, 319,000 shares. Let's see what's going on with Tesla. We got any news? They're down 1.4.
Yeah, Tesla had a few things going on.
So Tesla looks
Elon
interesting. Elon was what?
He was tweeting overnight, I believe, amongst some other news that something had. Yeah, their head lawyer left.
Wow.
Yesterday, general counsel.
Something always exciting happened with Tesla. Pretty high stock, trading at $300. But it looks interesting today. We'll throw it on here. I personally won't trade it, but I know there's people that trade these type of stocks, so we'll find some levels together, and you can keep this on your watch list. Next we have Solo. What is Solo up to? I know they had a huge day on last week, I think it was. Yeah, right, the day before Valentine's. Then they kind of went up to 7, started to sell off now. It's looking like they might not want to hold this levels. Who knows? But will be interesting. Let's keep it on here for now. It does have the volume, 282,000 shares at the moment. What's the flow? This is a lower flow, I believe. Yeah, 13 million shares. So we'll throw it down here for now. Let's see what it decides to do. Next, we have CZR. Not a great pre-market action at all. This is actually horrible pre-market action. So you can see that here now. There's nothing going on here. You do have the volume, so don't get confused. Again, it has 267,000 shares traded here, but the volume is just not creating any type of price action. So that's got to be some block trade orders happening, not creating anything good for us here to trade. AMD is as usual, always has the volume, not starting up pretty flat, only up a little bit over 0.5%. So not much happening with AMD. Let's see what the daily chart looks like. I haven't traded AMD in a while. I'm not sure. Have you been watching AMD lately or no?
No, I really haven't. That or MU very much.
Yeah, we've actually been staying away from those because our list has been so good with stuff moving on news that we no need to watch on AMD. But today I'm going to throw it on here because we have a really small list. So we'll throw AMD on here, and then let's see what MU is doing also. MU is not doing nothing at all, so I'm not going to watch MU. All right, guys, so that's what we have so far. Not much looking too exciting. What do you guys have on your end? Norm, will you have anything on your end that you like so far this morning?
I've got my eye on Wix, WIX. Garmin, you mentioned.
Yeah.
CTL, because it's moved the last couple of days, just to see if anything changes there. I don't know that it's in play yet. And then, I've got NVIDIA and CGC just in case, but not much different than what you got going on.
Yeah. Also, I want to see what unit, just like CTL, again, has a big day, has been moving a lot. I think unit might also have one of those type of days if you can get some volume, right? So no volume right now, but this stock, usually when you have such a big drop like this, look at this guy. This dropped 50% yesterday, gained a lot of it back throughout the day yesterday, starting down a bit here over a little bit under 1%, but it could be interesting today to see what this does. Usually stocks like this, they'll just chop sideways and slowly make their way up, or they can, they can have some big moves after a big day like yesterday. So interesting to see what happens there. All right, so on the chat we have Roku. Let's see what Roku's doing. Roku has been on fire. I mean, this stock has just been unbelievable. Look at this daily chart, guys. Just great. And hopefully some of you guys have already signed up for Brian's swing trades alerts. I mean, he's in this trade. He took his first partial yesterday when he hit this high over here, right below 50, 49 or so. And it's just continuing to tear it up. So amazing swing trade there. Hopefully you guys are trading that. So again, right now, not much going on, but I agree with you, Dash. This is a stock that can possibly be in play today again. Just having a great run here.
Carlos, take a look at FCX. It's actually, the reason it's held off the gappers is because the ATR is a few cents short in trade ideas, 47 cents. In FinViz, it's 51. So
yeah, this actually looks like it's got something going on here. Up 3.2. Daily chart looks decent. Looks like we're leaving some of these levels here. And yeah, guys, so the ATR here on trade ideas, and good point to bring that up, is that our scanners only picks up 50 cents the way we have it set up. But this one here is an average range of 14 days, Norm, I believe, right? That's the average on this.
Correct.
So in most cases, the stocks that are in place today are going to be moving a lot more than 50 cents. So this stock, if it's in place, got some volume, it's not going to really change this much by one day. But yeah, this looks interesting. We can keep this on here as well. We can see if we can get something out of that. 223,000 shares traded so far. FCX is up 3.2. So we'll see what the market gives us on that one. What else we have, guys? Someone mentioned Walmart. See what Walmart is up to. Again, Walmart's one of those you want to put in your secondary list as well. Again, has had a big day yesterday. So selling off quite a bit though, right? Popped up to 104, sold off. Right now, not doing much, but does not mean that it cannot be in play. What I didn't like about Walmart yesterday is that, again, it seems just very choppy at the open, right? Look at this choppiness, right? Just up and down, just wrapping around the VWAP. Finally sold off and left VWAP here and became a beautiful short towards the close. but the open was really choppy, so did not like that. But today could be a big day for Walmart. WORX, we went over this one. Yeah, don't like the pre-market action on this one, Luke. Just doesn't have the volume right now, doesn't look great on the pre-market. All right, guys, anything else you have on your end?
And Carlos, I know YouTube, they're asking about ABIO, ABIO. It's under $1, and that's why we didn't keep it on there.
Yeah, it
So,
is. Yeah, usually our strategies work best, you know, when any stocks above 5, right? Now, does not mean that something under $1 can trade well. And actually, this is trading really well, guys. This pre-market is trading really good. So, it looks like it is in play. Tons of volume, 1.4 million shares traded, up 127%, obviously, because, you know, the price is trading at 40, now it's at 80. I personally do not like to trade stocks that are at this price range. It does not mean they're not tradable. You got to find your niche and trade what works for you. So we can keep this on here. We can find some levels for it. What is the flow on this also? 13 million shares flow. So we can find some levels for those that are going to trade this one. But I personally do not recommend trading stocks, especially low floats at this price range. Norm, how about yourself? What's your take on these?
I don't touch them.
Yeah,
it's not worth the risk involved in trading penny stocks.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, guys. It's not worth the risk because there's plenty of ways to, to make a good profit trading larger flow stocks and also stuff. Usually low flows, I like them to be a little bit above $5. It just makes it easier to manage your risk. So, again, this stock is in play. I'll find some levels right now for this. You know, got the high of the pre-market. Which also kind of plays a part right in here. When it does get the volume, it does run. Look at this here, $1 all the way up here. But then look at the next day high drops, right? That's just, this thing is just so scary. I'm afraid of even touching it, just doing levels. I'm not even going to trade this stuff, but let's just be very careful on a stock like this, guys. Really, I don't recommend it. But you have some levels on here, pretty easy on the daily chart. Towards the bottom, you got some stuff over here happening. You got this very close to the price action already. Maybe you can mark this one down here as well, right on this date. This could be a good one, right? 79 cents. But again, definitely in play. Definitely has a lot of price movement, a lot of price action. It looks like it wants to go over $1. But I'm gonna remove from my end because I'm not gonna watch this one. All right, we have OSTK. Let's take a look at that. OSTK, not much action happening right now, Ned. So this is, again, just not a lot of volume here, not a great pre-market action. We need the volume on here to get this going. Now on a daily chart, big day yesterday, has had a big day over the last couple of days, right? I mean, this is moving nicely, but this is one of the stocks that at the open might not have a great move like that, but it's something that you can watch in your secondary list maybe. All right, what else we have, guys? All right, Tobias, we have LU.
Oh, actually, yeah, Southwest Airlines. That could be interesting. I don't know why it hadn't hit the gappers yet. Actually, it just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, it just hit the gappers. I know Peter was trading this yesterday, but today is down 4.6, 107,000 shares trade. Looks like the volume just starting to come in now. What's the news on this? What's going on with the airlines today? Let's check Benzinga here.
So they had a bunch of they had a ton of cancellations and delays yesterday. Apparently, inordinate amount of maintenance concerns. At the same time, they're renegotiating a contract with their maintenance labor union. So they think that they might be, let's say, fudging it to grind them to a halt.
Wow, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that can definitely hurt you. Also, guys, by the way, with part of your membership, if you do sign up, you do get Benzinga news here, so you can pull up the ticker or have this open all day. Usually, in our chat, when we keep it open like this, and I gotta say, it's very timely, man. Sometimes you see some stuff on here, some stocks, and a minute later, you start seeing the reaction in the charts. So, some of the stuff happens really quick here, and we're getting them right on the spot. So LUV, yeah, LUV is interesting, down 4.6, volume not great right now, but it should be starting to come in. I do like when charts drop this much, right? When you have the price action drop this much, you can get a good action. It's kind of what we got on unit yesterday. unit dropped this much, and it had a great great action, open action. All right, guys, I think we have quite a bit. Not all looks great, so let's go through these and eliminate the ones that look weak. Let's start with AU here. All right, so AU is all-time high. What is this? Nope, not all-time high. We do have some levels up over here. Again, but this is a foreign stock, right? No, we mentioned that, so I'm not too sure I'm going to trade this one. But we have a level over at 1721, one at 1642, and another one at over here at 1864. But again, pre-market action looks great. But again, I just don't like there's a foreign stock actually. Low of the pre-market 1521. Right now the high of the pre-market is 1565, but that could change. We'll mark it just in case it struggles. Seems like it's testing it now, but it looks like it wants to crack it here. So not too sure about this one, guys. I really don't like trading foreign stocks, foreign companies. So here we have BHC. BHC just again doesn't look great. Pre-market action not looking great right now, going sideways. It does have the volume 205, most of it sitting right here, so I'm gonna get rid of this one, guys. I'm just not gonna watch something that doesn't look that good at the moment. CVS looks great. This is one that, yeah, right, this is one that we're definitely going to watch. So towards the bottom we have a 62.93 level based on this date right here. Below that we have another spike over here around 62.14. I don't think we break that, but we can. If we go below that, we have some other levels over here going back to May of last year around 60.54, way down there. I don't think we get that low, but anything's possible. Now towards the top, the next one will be right over here, 64.54. Then you also have, I like when stocks consolidate here. You see this level here, so you got it kind of everybody's banging their head up against this level and selling off. So I'm gonna mark that level as well, 66.38. That could be something on the way up. Then from there you have a previous day low here, previous day close, and all the way up here, which will be a miracle if we, if we can get back up over there and rally. So let's see what CVS does. Great volume, beautiful pre-market action, selling off nicely here. Now, one of the things that, we will tell you on this is do not be short bias. Again, just because the stock is selling off. Look what happened to unit yesterday. If you're a short bias coming into the stock and, loading up the boat to go short, you got a pretty bad squeeze right at the open. So wait for the price action to show you who's in charge of the price before you take a trade. All right, next we have Garmin. So Garmin still not much volume here on Garmin. High 76.90 at the moment, 77 on the pre-market. What is this all-time high? No, it can't be. Actually, it might be. No, there it goes. All right, so we do have some more levels above this. So we have a gap we can close here. 80.26, 80, 79.57. So that's probably the next level up right here based on this date here. So that'll be nice if we can get going. Then towards the bottom, we have the previous day low all the way down at 73. So we have that. And then anything in between, any good level in between here.
I haven't found one yet.
Yeah, we haven't had one here in a long time actually. I mean, we could go back. I don't know how relevant a 2008 level is going to be, really, guys. So again, not a really clean level in between here. We could, just for the heck of it, we could mark 76, 74, 76. Let's see how that plays with the pre-market action. Okay, so that's good. You have the pre-market action here coming down towards this level and heading up. You also have some moving averages here as well. We can track it. Those might be the best ones to follow because, again, we haven't been up here in a very long time on Garmin, which could be interesting. At the moment, guys, no volume. We'll keep it on here, but again, it just doesn't look great volume-wise right now. But the daily chart looks really good. All right, Tesla. We have a level down here towards the bottom, 280. on Tesla. Then above that, we have another one here, 295. You have these spikes of these days. Look at that 295.52 actually. See how it bounces from here, here, and also here as well. So that's a good place. Then towards the top, you have tons of levels. You don't need to add anymore, really. You have the previous day low, previous day close, previous day highs as well. So very congested here. You got some moving averages coming in as well. So very good at the top here. You can also mark down again from 295 to 280. That's a big drop. You can mark down this level as well here, 288, right, which is the low of this day as well. That can play a possible support. Now, me personally, I'm not going to watch Tesla. Actually, let's also mark the low of the pre-market right over here. Low of pre-market 298.75. Seems to have a big bounce off that level. But I'm personally not going to watch Tesla. It's just too high price for me, $300. So I'll remove that one, but that one, it looks good. AMD, you know what, just AMD just doesn't look great at all. I'm not going to watch AMD, actually. I'm not going to watch something that doesn't look great just because, right? So I'm going to remove AMD for now. I'll wait for that one to hit our scanners or so. FCX has a good daily chart, has a good volume, not a great pre-market action though. Pre-market action is not looking too good. Starting to look better from here, between here, right? Starting to look better, but not great over here. So hopefully, let's see if it can continue doing that. Let's mark the high of the pre-market at 1360.62. Anything above that here? Here we go. We got some clean levels over here at one all the way at 1425. What else we have? We have a big one all the way up here at 1489. I don't think we get there, but let's mark those as well. Then towards the bottom, guys, plenty of levels. You have the previous day low, previous day close, and then you have previous day lows and highs right here as well. So not much you have to mark towards the bottom. If you want, I was going to say mark the low of the pre-market, but again, the previous day high is very close to that low of the pre-market. So I don't think there's any need to add another level on there. So you can see this line, this dotted red line there already. All right, pre-market action doesn't look great. Volume looks good, but it's got to get a better pre-market action. Solo, nothing happening with Solo. I'll get rid of that one. KNDI, let's see what KNDI is doing. This is definitely going to be in play today. Looks very good, a lot of volume. No shares for sure. It is a lower flow stock. So we'll mark 796 as the high of the pre-market. Let's go back and find some levels in between. All right, here we go. Going back to end of last year, we have a very clean consolidating level right over here at 675. You can see all these days kind of bouncing back from that 675 level. Towards the top, we have more levels up here at 839. So this thing does get the volume. It does run. Big level up here at 991. So enough levels for KNDI. Let's see what it does here. Selling off a bit. Let's see if it holds here, if it decides to go back up to 794. Tons of volume, 375,000 shares traded and counting, so that's good. Then CTL not doing much. CGC again not doing much, and Unit not doing much neither. I'm watching these just because they could have a nice open or midday play. So this will be my secondary list here of stuff that I'm gonna watch just in case. All right, guys. Norm, anything I missed? Anything that we can add?
You know, A-Dog mentioned Walmart. Doesn't really have the volume right now, but
yeah, it has a great daily chart though, right?
That's about it.
Yeah. So not much on the list today, guys, but that's okay. That's okay. We talk about having some days where it's going to be great and some days where it's not going to be a lot going on. So you guys and D-Gas, Merengue 2020, stick around. We can ask Brian. Brian is great on that, on those two stocks. I don't trade them. No, do you trade those? You guys and D-Gas, do you trade the natural?
No, I don't trade ETFs very often at all.
Same here. Brian is definitely very experienced on that. So wait for him to come on in a few minutes and he can give us his take on the ETFs, UGAS and DGAS. We have some other ones, BGSM. Whoops. I'm sorry, BSGM. There we go.
Yeah, the pre-market action in that one was really weak.
Yeah, yeah, not a great pre-market action here, guys. So no volume at the moment, and the chart doesn't look great. What do we have here? CZR. Dave, yeah, we looked at this one too. Again, it has the volume, right? 300. It has the number actually of 302,000 shares traded, but it's not. There's no nice pre-market action here happening. Look at this daily chart. As you can see, this volume is all sitting on just one candle over here, so it's not creating a good pre-market action. So, yeah, it's got the volume, but definitely not a stock that's in play today. All right, so we have from day trader for live ARR. It's good volume, 877, but I really do not like this daily chart. I mean, this pre-market action. It just looks very what's the word I'm looking for? It looks very algorithm like, right? Norm, check out this.
It's a REIT, so we
Yeah.
don't really trade REITs very
Oh,
often.
okay, that's what this is.
They don't
Yeah.
move as much as we need them to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it looks so funky like this. Yeah, so we don't trade this one. What else we have here? NRZ. NRZ. Yeah, this is not a good pre-market action neither here, guys. Again, it has the volume. What kind of stock is this, by the way? I mean, you could tell that it's different just because of the 4.9 million shares traded, but it barely moves though. So, what type of stock is this?
It's a REIT as well.
Yeah, there we go. It's a read also. So yeah, so then definitely we don't trade those. Again, you're gonna don't get fooled by the number of volumes being traded. The number of volumes is gonna be high, but again, this stuff barely moves. We need volatility. We need stuff to move. All right, what else we have, guys, on your end? Yeah, KNDI is definitely in play. We did some levels for that already. Look at this, it's bouncing back right from the VWAP on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if we can get towards the high of the pre-market right now, 796. But this is definitely in play, guys. Lower flow stock. I think the floor it's not that bad. It's not a KNDI. Yeah, it's 37, so it's not horrible. It's not that risky. You can manage your risk, but just because it's $7, don't go in here taking 10,000 shares, right? Manage your risk based on the number of shares you take. It's trading very well right now, and it looks like it can possibly give us a good opportunity at the open. All right. Excellent. All right, excellent. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate the feedback. All right. Anything else, guys? Anything else that you're watching on your end? Yeah, man. I love KNDI right now. It's looking great. Again, I usually don't trade lower floats, but this is 37 million, so it's really not that low flow. This is actually going to be tradable. Just got to manage our risk on this stock. The daily chart looks great. Pre-market action looks beautiful on this one. Okay, CTO not doing much. CGC. We got tons of levels here. CGC's daily chart's all over the place. I mean, it's had its nice pop, but now it's kind of just all over the place. But gave us some pretty decent moves yesterday. See what Kron is up to. Kron's daily chart looks good. Looks like it's bouncing back a bit here. How about PCG trading at 18 bucks from a couple of weeks trading at 6 and 5? Just crazy.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So big day yesterday. Someone called this out. This was not on our watch list, but someone called this out. I think it was Robert called out PCG. It's having a really strong comeback here. EA.
Yeah.
Roger, I think you want to speak on EA, Norm?
Yeah, I traded a little bit yesterday. I mean, these were in play for a little bit. I know there's a esports conference going on that I believe is one of the biggest of the year. I think it's going on today. I'm sure it's going on today. And so there might be some movement in these. I know I was watching them yesterday because I traded them a lot last week. That's EA, TTWO, ATVI. And NVIDIA plays into that as well to a degree. So, they're a little bit, you just got to watch out because they've died down in their action a little bit. So they're a little bit choppier right now. But, EA's got news coming out every day with their new game that's out.
Yeah.
The Fortnite killer.
Oh, this is Apex Legends, right?
Yep.
I downloaded that a few days ago. It's pretty cool. All right. So So yeah, EA and the gaming stocks have definitely going to be in play. TVI has had again a huge hit, bouncing back now. So those will be good to watch. Now the one thing, guys, is if you hear Norm trade in the afternoon, if you're not part of the community, Norm is live trading between for 11:30 to about 2 or so. Norm.
11, usually 11:30 to 1-ish, yeah.
Yeah. So what you're gonna notice is that while Norm is watching these stocks, he's not forcing any moves, and that's what you need to understand. For example, EA is not in play right now, so he's going to watch it, but he's not going to force any single move that happens. You're gonna wait for that good opportunity, wait for a good clean setup, a good clean ABCD pattern, double bottom, double top. Most traders sometimes they sit around and they force things when there's nothing there, and that's when you get into trouble. Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, everybody. Morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Brian.
Norm.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm gonna hop off and let Brian take my spot here with you, Carlos. Y'all have a good morning. Good luck trading, everybody. Trade safe.
All right. Thanks, Norm.
Thanks, Norm. All right. So we got small gappers watch list this morning.
Yeah, pretty small today compared to the last several days where we've been getting a massive list, right?
Yes, exactly. Just watching. Two stocks I'm going to be watching today is Lulu and our Roku again.
Yeah, we were talking about Roku earlier. I mean, it's just been unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope some other people in the room been in that for a swing trade. It's it's been a great hold. The only thing I'm concerned about with Roku right now is reporting earnings tomorrow after the market. If you've read my book, I don't like to hold stocks through earnings. Too much of a crapshoot.
Yeah. Yep.
So, so I'll either maybe do that, either sell some calls to maybe protect myself a little bit, or just get out of the position altogether. That I did sell some, up close to 55 yesterday, which is where I thought it would at least find some resistance, and it's exactly right around where it reversed. So
yeah, look at this daily chart. It's right at 55. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it could have held on for another 20 cents or 30 cents, but I was happy with that.
Yeah, excellent.
I'm thinking Lulu was down on a downgrade, so I'm looking for it to come back up. So I'm it made a low yesterday, trade off that.
Right at 140, 145.50 or so.
Yeah. I think it's going to bounce back just because I don't think that, this was a downgrade from a buy to a neutral, just because they thought it was fully priced. So, I think this will come back up.
Nice. Someone mentioned LUV today. So LUV.
Yeah, it's in the gappers.
Yeah.
It's down quite a bit. Southwest, they were under some investigation. Had to do with underreporting weights on flights.
Yeah.
Of baggage or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what we're.
Yeah, Norm was filling in as well, something with their maintenance and things like that. Just a lot of bad news all around LUV. Actually, I had it in my watch list. I'm not sure why it dropped off, or why did I take it off. But again, not a great pre-market action right now, but it does look interesting to see how it plays out at the open.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It's only 150,000 shares.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Garmin's popping up here. That was earnings.
Yeah, Garmin. Check out also CVS. CVS looks very interesting. Tons of volume, 3.4 million shares, and it's got a It's got a good daily chart here, losing, almost all these levels, right back down to 63. So that's looking interesting today.
Yep.
The other one I have is KNDI. KNDI, 38 million shares float, so not too low float, but it's putting in a really good pre-market action.
Yeah, I agree.
FCX is starting to look really nice now as well. Volume's picking up. Had a big day yesterday. Looks like it's trying to put another one in today as well. Looking really strong here. Heading back towards the high of the pre-market.
Yeah. Yeah. Copper and gold. Yeah, I think that would be worth watching. It was strong yesterday.
Yeah. Also, if you could, there was a lot of questions in regards to UGAS and DGAS. If you could give your take on those two.
I've been watching them. They kind of, there hasn't been a lot of price action with the natural gas price. It seems to be, trending back up a little bit. It's definitely, like I said, it seems to be trending back up, but we're not seeing any big moves. I'm not seeing a real trend breaking out yet. I'll take another look at it later in the morning, because I do like to watch this. It seems to be, the daily, it just seems to be consolidating. Weekly doesn't look much different. Could be kind of driving into a bit of a pendant here, narrowing into a very small range, and that from there it'll go one way or another. So I am actually watching it for an entry to resume a trend, whichever direction that is. But I just don't see a trend yet.
Gotcha.
Although we've had a couple of up days, and Thursday Thursday morning we've got the natural gas inventory coming out. Last week was a real dud. There wasn't much price action right after the announcement, which happens at 10:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
So we're opening pretty flat here by the looks of it, eh? Spies.
Yeah. It's not doing much.
Almost nodding.
Pretty flat here. We're just slowly grinding higher and higher, right? I mean, it's just one of those things. We're saying that this is normal pre-market. This is normal market action, right? Would you agree? Opposed to what we saw a couple of weeks ago, where it's just the swings were above 5% and 6% every day.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just see here. CVS, as you said, is worth watching for sure.
Yeah, CVS is definitely on my top here. Looks really good.
Yeah. Love looks good. Who was trading that yesterday? Was that Peter?
Peter was trading Love yesterday. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's definitely in play. It's looking good. Gapping down pretty nice, 4.9 here. Not much volume, but it's worth watching, seeing what it does at the open.
Yeah. All right. Anglo Gold. Something else I'm going to be watching today is Nugget.
Mm-hmm.
Gold really took off yesterday. Gold was up like $20 yesterday.
Right. This is why we're seeing AU had a huge day yesterday. Now it's having another big morning, right? Up 4.1. Are you going to be watching AU today? Or are you just going to watch a different stock?
I'm in Nugget for a swing. I'll be watching that for sure. and yeah, might watch AU, see what it does.
Yeah, so far, guys, here's what I have coming up on 9/21. I have AU, CVS, Garmin. Garmin looks interesting. Hopefully, gets more volume. Right now, pretty flat, but I love the daily chart. When you have these huge moves like this, you can, like we did with Unit yesterday, right? Had a huge down day, and it turned out pretty good. FCX looks interesting as well. Pretty strong right now. Looks like it wants to crack high of pre-market. And LUV also is what my watch list looks like today.
I think FCX could go to 14.
Yeah, I have a level there,
Yeah.
right? 14, 14.25, just because it's a gap I think that might want to close. Well, not really a gap, but that's what the top of the next peak looks like. So
Yeah.
definitely looks interesting here.
And then 15 would be sort of 14.70, 15.
Yeah, I got 14.89. Yep, same area, correct. Yeah, looks interesting. Looks very strong.
Yeah.
Good daily chart.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I wish I'd have got that on the double bottom around 10:20, 10:30. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yes.
All right. Watch list. NVIDIA. Norm's going to watch NVIDIA. Yeah. It's up $1 right now. SPY is at 0, completely flat.
Nas, yeah, KNDI, we were talking about it earlier. This looks like it's in play today for sure. Tons of volume, good pre-market action. Let's see if it can hold these levels here and continue. It's having a hard time getting above the pre-market high right now, so selling off quite a bit. But definitely is going to be in play. I'm going to look for a fallen angel or something at the open. I'm not going to trade right off the gate.
Yeah.
We like to see some kind of pattern build up first.
Let's see what else we got here. Well, for a short watch list, I got a lot of things to watch here.
Yeah, right. So Dan, the DVN, yeah, it's starting to move now, but doesn't really have much volume at the moment. Only 98,000 shares. So I think we have other ones that look a little bit better than this one. So you can put this on your secondary list. Keep an eye on it if you have space. But right now it doesn't have the volume. It is up quite nice at 8.3, right? So that's quite a bit here. But I think there's other ones that do have some better pre-market action. All right, so here is so Brian is watching CVS, LUV, FCX, KNDI, Garmin, Ion Lulu, and Ion Roku.
Yeah, it's too many for me.
All right, so that's Brian's watch list there. I'm gonna post mine here now as well in the chat room. So I am gonna watch AU.
Okay, I'm just setting up my screens here. Love. I don't know what Love's going to do.
Me neither. It's one of those stocks where it can't just do nothing, but it just has so much news around it. It's worth taking a look at it.
New York stock. Don't really like trading those. If I have a choice. FCX Lulu. I'll do Roku. Roku's getting some nice action pre-market here. Gonna watch PCG.
Yeah, PCG is having a
Yeah,
hell of a comeback. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I could have picked that up a month ago for $6.
I know.
Under 6.
Yeah, easily.
It's an
Yeah.
18 now.
It's
trying to what's
a
it
hell
trying
of
to
a
do
comeback. Well, it's got several gaps,
Yeah.
right? It's got a gap for 25.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
It's got several ways to go
Yeah.
before it can get to its normal trading
here?
range.
Yeah. Already closed that one gap, 17.
Right.
Yeah. Next gap would
Was
be
20, 22 or so.
23.50-ish.
Yeah.
What's that? Low on that, 23.84.
All right, guys, we're coming up on 9:28 Eastern time. Thank you guys for joining us on YouTube. Me and Brian are going to set up and get our screens ready to trade live. Hope to see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern time. Thanks for joining.